This is Texas-owned 10-minute or 600-second car by Professor Alfredo G. Olivares Jr. At noon in the summer, the initial temperature of a thermometer in a cup of cold iced tea in a car is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The thermometer is removed and placed on the dashboard of the car. Grabs a logistics model for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 13, where x is in minutes. Now, let's go ahead and get started on this. Give me a pen here. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to put these numbers in here, in this graph, this logistic function here, and then see what the points are and graph it. So, stay out of the heat. Mile Margins Mexican Cafe, open 24 hours. Great food, great work, great boss. Now let's start. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do it this way. We're going to go ahead and use the graphing calculator, whatever you have on the machines. First, let me do it the long way. F of 0, put a 0 in there. And then this is going to be 0 of that. It's still 0. 2 to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 and 1 is 6. 190 divided by 6 is 31.66666. It doesn't stop. So what I did is I went to go ahead and let's round it off to 32. Okay. So F of 0 seconds, when it's in the cold iced tea, the thermometer is 32 degrees. Now what happens 1 minute later? Let's see. 1 minute later, put a F of 1, put it in there, and what's going on? So 2 to the negative 1 is going to be 1 over 2 to the 1. That's going to be 1 over 2, which is 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is 2.5. 1 plus 2.5 is 3.5. Divide this number here in the graphing calculator, of course, and we get this number. Or you can use the whole thing in the machine if you have a graphing calculator. But I left it at 54.29. All right, next one. Same thing. The long way, you put the number in there, work it out, set it up. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 over 5 over 4 is 1.25. Add it to this. Divide those two numbers. You get this. Or use a graphing calculator. But I'm going to say you should just use a graphing calculator because it's a long process. This will do it quicker. All right. So next one. F of 3. Same formula. Put the different number in it. The long way to do it. But I prefer that you use a graphing calculator and get the number. And then again, 116.92. I just left it at 116.92. Next one, F of 4, same thing, the long process or graphing calculator, and I got 144.76, and that's what I left it at, 144.76. So 4 minutes, 144 degrees, 0.76. 5 minutes later, what's going on? Well, I'll put it long process again, or graphing calculator. When you do this, you're going to get 164.324, and I just left it at 164.32 degrees. So 5 minutes later, it's 164.32 degrees inside that car. That thermometer is, anyway. Now, 6 minutes go by, so put it in the long process or graphing calculator, and you're going to get 176.23, which is, so 6 minutes later, it's 176.23 degrees inside that car. 7 minutes later, 7 minutes later, long process, or we can do the calculator. Put it in the calculator, you're going to get 182.85, 7, this number here. We're going to go ahead and round it off to 182.86. So 7 minutes later, it's 182.86 degrees in that car. Keep going. 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, long process. After 8 minutes, we have 186.36. Leave it like that, 186.36. 9 minutes go by. It's getting pretty hot in there. Long process or graphing calculator, you have 188.16. That's it. So 9 minutes later, it's 188.16. Now, 10 minutes go by. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. What happened? Long process or graphing calculator, and we get 189.076, or rounded off to 189.08. So now at 10 minutes, it's 189.08. Now what's going to happen? It's going to start leveling out because it's a logistics function. At 11 minutes, long process or graphing calculator, we ended up with 189.53, 72625, but I left it at 189.54. So at 10 is 189, 11 is 189.54. It's leveling off at closer and closer to the 190. At 12 minutes later inside that car, we are long process, calculator, graphing calculator. We have 189.76. So now we're going to go ahead and round this up to 189.77 degrees Fahrenheit temperature inside that car. 13, we can do 13. 13 minutes later, you're still in that, thermometer's still in the car, you're in the car, whatever. What's going on? It's long process, you get 189.884 or 189.88. Now I'm going to graph this to see what's going on. Where is it leveling out at? Okay, I'm not going to go on anymore, that's good enough. So here's the graph that I got. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, all the way to 13 minutes. So what I did is at 0 minutes, it was 32 degrees and the thermometer is inside that ice cold tea. 1 minute later, it's 54 degrees. 3 minutes later, 2 minutes later, it's 84. 3 minutes later, 116. 4 minutes later, 144. 5 minutes later, 164. 6 minutes later, 126. 7 minutes later, 182. 8 minutes later, 186. 9 minutes later, 188.16. 10 minutes, look at 10 minutes right here. This is the magic number. At 10 minutes, 189.08. At 11 minutes, it goes out just a little bit, 189.54. It's a logistics function. It's going to level off. And at 12 minutes, 189.77. And finally, at 13 minutes, where we stopped at, it's 189.88. You see it's getting closer and closer to what? Notice that the temperature of this car inside is going to be, the temperature is going to be leveled out at 190 degrees. That's what's going to happen in the logistic function for this. So that's pretty scary that in 10 minutes you are in this hot car. Very hot. Now, what's more scary than this? Well, let's do this. Let's think of something cool now. Go on the ocean, get in your surfboard, in the water out there, have fun. That would be a lot cooler and more fun, huh? So again, that's what we could do. Or if you have some cash in your account, go to Hawaii, get your surfboard on, and this is breaks, of course, and you can get all your Hawaiian stuff on, have fun out there in the ocean. Okay, or what you could do, holy cow, math is fun, the math monster. You know what's more scary than the math monster? The heat monster inside your car. In 10 minutes, there's a heat monster in there. Especially in the summer. Holy cow, more scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. 7 minutes go by. What happens? Oh my gosh. Oh, 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 14 seconds. We didn't get that far in the other one when he got 13, but you know what happened there. So what's more scary than this? This little 7 and 7, guys. 14. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. There they are. Holy cow, Crunchy the giant roach guy. Is that more scary? No. This is not more scary than the heat in your car. The dangerous heat. Quickly, 10 minutes, it's already there. So thank you very much. Good luck and be careful out there. There's danger in the heat in the car. Thank you. Bye. It's Professor Alfredo G. Alvarez Jr. Thank you very much. Bye.